Hey, I'm Red, and today I'm going to show you how to escape every spawn location in Star Citizen from Stanton to Pyro. And we're going to use the easiest and fastest paths possible to prevent you getting lost or running in circles for ages. Firstly, we're going to start off in Stanton, and then we'll make the jump to Pyro, so let's get into it. Starting off, we've spawned in Orison on the gas planet of Crusader. It's a super nice hab to spawn into. Head to the nearest door. You can look around and you'll see there's really only one way to go here. It's over this way, past the little lounge area, and towards the green doors. Jump in the elevator and you're going to set it to go down to the green circle lobby. Which is going to take you all the way down to the bottom. Once this opens up, there's two ways, but we're going to go the fastest way. You can run forward out through the back door and go all the way around, or you can turn left or right and go back through this way. Going to head through the white door here, and this is going to take you outside. Walk down these stairs, and if you look just across the way, that's actually the hospital, which you could also spawn in if you get injured. But in this case, we're just going to run past this big red tree in the middle. You see the different banners on either side, and also the timer up above. So we're going to jump on board nice and quick, and try not to fall off the edge. And right above the door here, you'll see there's the timer for how long it's going to take. After that quick trip, we're going to head up the stairs here. You see the big C2 ship pointing the way you need to go. So you're going to head this way into this little room with 6 blue elevator doors. Just like before, jump in, and in this case we're actually going to set our location to the August Dunlow spaceport. Once we get there, it's pretty simple, there's not a lot of places you can go wrong. You're going to go through this way here, and basically just keep running through all these different security areas until you can't run anymore. There's a few different staircases, a few different hallways. And just on your right here, you've also got the ship rental location if you need it. But we're going to continue on, heading up these stairs. And you see the big sign that says hangars. We're just going to follow that around, going off to the right. Past all these different shops and food stores. And right at the end of this hallway you see there's a ton of elevators on either side, and all of your vehicle managing terminals. Now we're in Area 18 on the planet ArcCorp. It's not as pretty of a hub location as the previous one, but it'll do. So you head to the really dark burgundy door, head out, and there's only one way to go here. You basically run to the middle room here, until you find the elevator with a big white door. You can always get distracted by what's going on outside. Once the elevator's here, jump in, and in this case we're going to click ground floor. Usually these will either say ground floor or lobby. In this case, it says ground floor. Once you're here, there's only one option to go. You're going to run past the receptionist here. And right in front of you will be a map if you want to use that. But we're going to take a right and follow the signs here to the ArcCorp Plaza. Past all the scaffolding, all the different signs. You see this big rotating mechanical circle. And just up to the right here as well we have the hospital, so if you respawn, this is where you'd spawn in from. But we're going to take a left and go into this transit platform. Down the big staircase, and in this Y intersection we're going to take a right. It's got all the signs above. And this is going to take us to our first train. Once you get to the doors here, you'll see the timer above, so it tells you how long it's going to be. And you'll see right above the doors is the time and location it's going to. Finally, once it pulls up, we're going to jump out. Gonna go the only way we can again, which is up these stairs. Taking a right and going through a little security area, just like every other station so far. You see just on the left, there's a little terminal so you can rent ships. And if you continue around this middle section, got the big sign there saying the hangars. Come through into this hallway. And there's the vehicle managing terminals. And to the right of that, and the left, you also have all the elevators to go to your hangars, and a couple more terminals too. Up next, we're in Lorville, on the Dirty Ed planet of Hurston. This is probably the worst looking hab so far, but maybe that just gives it character. Gonna head to the door. And once that opens, you'll either spawn on the bottom level here, or above. If you spawn above, it's pretty simple, you just run in a straight line to the exit door. If you're downstairs, you just find the stairs. Head up and then turn around, and that's going to be where the elevator is. Once this opens, we're going to jump in, and again, we're going to click ground floor. Lorville is probably one of the easiest locations to navigate because once you get out of this elevator, you walk through under this do your duty sign, and now from this point, if you just stick to the left wall, that'll take you where you need to go. So you're going to take a left, again sticking to this left wall. Continue following left and you see the big red Metro Center sign. Go down these stairs with a map on the left there. Now on the right here you'll see the hospital if you're spawning in there. But we're going to stick left, and like I said, staying left all the way is the spaceport line. So you're going to head down here into this little hallway, and then what we're going to do is hopefully not get hit by a train. Now once we're down here, once again, it's going to be right above the door saying how long it's going to be. Once it's here, we're going to deal with the passengers, jump in, and you'll see on either side of the door, we've got the timer and location. Once you finally pull up to the location, you're going to head out to the right. It's going to be the only way out. And from this point, again, you can just stick to the left wall. If you go to the right, it's going to be the other shopping district, so stay left, stick to the left wall, and continue through. You're going to go through all these different security areas, past all the armed security that are giving me weird looks, and then up this big staircase. Once you're at the top of the staircase, you'll see on the left-hand side here is all the vehicle managing terminals. Just off to the right of this, you've got New Deal, which is a ship shop. Down to the right here, we have the rental location. And just ahead of that, we have a bunch of elevators here. And then to the left, we have a bunch more elevators in this little corridor. And the final place in Stanton is here in New Babbage, on the snowy planet of MicroTech. It's probably the second best looking, it's nice and clean, although it looks like there's some junk left in mine. Gonna head out here and once again try not to get too distracted at how pretty this planet is. You're gonna head to this middle section here and there'll be an elevator. Once this opens up, we're gonna jump in and it's gonna say lobby. Once we get down to the bottom, it's gonna open up with a bunch of feathers. Gonna take a right. And you see on the left we have a big map. There's the big sign saying the metro loop below, and to the right of that we have the hospital. So we're gonna head down the stairs. Take a right and head again further down the stairs. And you'll see MicroTech has a ton of signs everywhere that are super clear. In this case you want to go left. Try not to miss your train. In this case, we're pretty lucky, one came instantly right after. So we'll jump on there, and then on either side of the doors, as usual, you've got the timer and location. In this case, we're going to get jump scared by the random player in front of me, and we're going to jump out. Take a left through this little corridor and you'll find all the elevators you need. Once you're done bumping into other players, you can jump in. And in this case, we're going to go to the NBIS terminal. And finally, once we're here, we're going to head out the only exit through, just like all the other places, a ton of security rooms. Just like all the others, there's places to pay off crime stats, look at your inventory and that kind of stuff. But you head up this big staircase into this massive open window. And if you take a left, this is where the location for all of the vehicle managing terminals is. And all of the elevators to your hangars. And if you want to get a rental ship, it's just over there in that corner. Into Pyro, and we have 3 locations to go over. Starting with Ruin Space Station, which is near the planet Terminus. Now, it's probably not one of the prettiest of locations, but it is pretty simple. You're just going to head into the middle, and you find the 2 elevators here. Do your best not to be fearful when these elevators come. They are pretty amazing quality. So you're going to click on the lobby. It's a nice quick ride. Going to head out to the left here. And there's no signs yet, but we're going to go out to the left. And just like Lorville, we're just going to stick to the left. The hospital is there to the right-hand side. And we'll just follow the sign this way. Thankfully, after that first room, there's a lot more signage. You'll eventually get to this room here. There's likely a few armed guards. Bits of junk everywhere. You can jump this, or you can walk around like a boring person. And then on the right and the left, you've got all the vehicle managers and the elevators. And lastly, we're in Checkmate Station in the middle of nowhere. Or we're on Obituary Station, which is near the planet of Bloom. See, these 2 stations are actually identical in pathing and layout when it comes to getting from the hab to your hangar. So you're going to head out to the middle, just like Ruin. You're going to jump in the elevator, and we're going to click Lobby. And so we're going to head out here, and instead of left like we went when we were in Ruin, we are going to head to the right. And you notice there's already signs in this first room, unlike Ruin. So you're going to head out to the right, and to the left here is where the hospital is, but we're not even going to go there. We're going to go straight to our hangars and save a few seconds. Jump over this again, of course. And exactly as Ruin was, to the right and to the left is all the vehicle managing locations, and all the elevators, and some snacks. Hopefully that helped you find your way without running around in circles or missing trains. Let me know if it did in the comments below, and remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.